WB audio capture, not registered.
As you're on your way back home, something catch your eyes untold. Fear of darkness lingers here. You tremble as you get the fear. Now you're on a cornerstone, feeling you've been left alone. Who will lose? Who will prevail? Who will tell the final tale? There it goes again. There it goes again. Do you know what it takes to be a hero? When you lost a piece of love, a piece of you. Do you have what it takes to beat the fear that's in your heart? To grow up strong and undo wrong. To grow up strong and undo wrong. Walking down that well-worn road, something changed, but
What's going on, BioTube, LegoTube, and all members of the Bionicle YouTube community? It's me, Zach Kaplan. My YouTube channel right now is under LegomationStudio. We'll have that up for a bit. Anyways, I'm coming at you guys. I've got Captain Geo here, Toa Jager, also BioTube TV. We're going to be talking Bionicle video games today. Now, there's all sort of amalgamation of video games. Obviously, they were the ones released by the Lego company. People had them on DS and Game Boy Advance, and there was also the PC games, some that actually happened, some that were canceled. And let's just say, besides MNOG, there really weren't that many great games. But that's kind of the thing about Bionicle, is you play the games for, you know, nostalgic reasons. Now, there's also, we're going to get into some of the fan-made games, which has just become a big thing over the last 10 years or so since Bionicle's cancellation. People trying to, like, go out of their way. I think there's 2 or 3, you know, and so we're going to spend today talking about that, pulling them up. I think BioTube might be able to pull some up on his screen, as well as Jager a little later. We'll see some gameplay and all that, hopefully with no technical difficulties. But as we're used to it, everything can go on this channel. You know, anything could happen. So with that, I guess you guys can introduce yourself, starting with Geo.
How's it going? My name's Captain Geo. I run a YouTube channel, and I post Bonkle stuff on Instagram. It's at Captain Geo, like Captain Crunch. You just type in that, CAPT, and then Geo, basically. You'll figure it out.
Cool, and then we have BioTube TV here. Most people should probably know BioTube. He reached 1,000 subscribers recently.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah, and then we have Toa Jager.
Hello, I am Toa Jager, the leader of the Great Temple and the Toa Mozo Chronicles series that is currently in development.
Awesome.
Thank you for having me on the show.
I see Lovis is writing in. Cannot hear him. Who can you not hear currently? Because I'm looking at everything. Looks like it's sounding good on my end. Sweet. Anyways, so let's see here. Who we got in the live chat today? Thanks for being here. Oh, Kumo Rocks. Oh boy, they sucked. Yeah, definitely not a bunch of amazing games. Tesla Effect. MNOG games were good. The first was great. They canceled Motunui game. Turns out would have been amazing if it was ever officially released, but the fans might make it better than it could have been. And they are. They're trying. Kumo Rocks. MNOG 1 was great, but it's lacking. Huh, interesting. The original PC game, they let die. Yeah, this is true. DJ Alistair, good to see you. Luis Ramirez, recently you've been playing Heroes On the Wii, that's awesome. I love playing like old video games on the Wii. I actually I'm a big Wii Sports fanatic. I play like every day. Paraka Avok, what's going on? Hello again, fellow Bionicle nerds. This is a question for everyone. Should I build the Bionicle Stars combiner? Note I have an extra set of all 6. Of course, go for it. It's not a great combiner by any means, but why not, you know? Also, if you want to see my Bionicle collection, you can visit me on Snups. I am the Bionicle King on that platform. Anyway, thanks so much for your help. Of course. CMOS, how's it going? Yeah, everyone's telling him, yes, build it. I remember playing the Agori Defender game, yes. Bioscrow. MNOG, specifically the first one, is just breathtaking. I totally agree. As an introduction to the world of Bionicle, yes. The Agori Defender, yeah. CMOS, there are also individual games for each Tomari that I played. Yeah, those were really solid games. Let's see. Bioscrow. Yeah. Space Skillet. Does anyone know the name of the remix playing? Love it. That, at the beginning of the stream, is a remix of Hero by All Insane Kids. Tom Rule or Toa Tom on YouTube. You can find him. Just search Tom Rule, Toa Tom, Bionicle, Hero, All Insane Kids remix, and you can find it. Very 80s. Very cool. Yeah, it's like sounds like out of a soundtrack of an 80s film. Daily 99 Productions. Good to see you. Space Skillet. Alien Kid 360. Lovis, Clipsville, Melbourne, yay, Bionicle Gamers, DXL the Poet, let's go, Spo Senju, good to see you, yo, what's up, DXL the Poet says, I love Matoran Adventures, yeah, that was my first ever Bionicle video game, I had it on the Game Boy Advance, and I had that as well as the one with Takua, if I believe that's what it was called. Technically, Daily 99 says, technically the canceled Legend of Matanui game got released in 2019 in a hidden set, yeah, right, they had like a gameplay shot of Onua, I believe. Spo Senju, new setup looking clean. Thank you. Space Skilled. I've been watching Obushu's games play Masks of Power on Twitch. That's awesome. Love that guy. Brother from Another Brick, how's it going? Bionicle Talk, boys. Yes, that's what we're here to do. The fans are already working. Captain Geo, other guys' cams are frozen. Oh, okay. That's what he's saying. Oh, well, I got to it in here. Now we should be all good. There we go. Other guys' cans are frozen. We fixed it. Sweet. Like MNOG 1 could have had more content. Yeah, or like could have done a better spiritual sequel, but you know, is what it is. Alien Kid 360. I recently completed MNOG and almost completed Bionicle Heroes for the GameCube. Sweet. Kumo rocks. Anyone remember the Toa builder? It was very limited to a Toa Mata body. Only the arms, legs, and head could be changed. Interesting. Space Skillet off. Nice. Found Tom Rule's channel. Thanks. Yeah, check Tom Rule out on YouTube. He has a SoundCloud as well. I've been friends with Tom Rule back since I was doing like the Bionicle Glatorian stop motion movie that I made, because he like helped do the soundtrack. The guy's amazing. He'll do covers of songs that are copyrighted, so that way you can use them and they're royalty free. So he does a lot of good work. He's unfortunately in a different part of the world, so he never usually is able to make it onto one of these. But if I do maybe an early AM BioTalk one of these days, maybe I can get him on. Bioscross says, Bionicle Heroes wasn't a bad game. It's mediocre, dumb fun, but I still kind of like it. Had some good memories playing it on the Wii back in 07. Me too. Cliffs from Melbourne says, if you get to Bionicle Heroes topic, there's a lot of nitpicks. Oh yeah, totally. Cliffs Films, Melbourne, I agree. Kumo rocks. Heroes is weird with Mata weapons and Lego Star Wars with a Bionicle skin. Kind of, yeah, a little bit. Like collecting studs, and you can get like, instead of True Jedi, I think it was like True Hero or you Hero mode. Brother from Another Brick, the new setup's so nice. Was watching LegomationStudio cringe. Very high quality video. Yeah. I've been trying to really amp it up. I bought this, or my roommates got this new light. It's an aperture. It's like really expensive, like professional, like industry standard light for like interview setups. And yeah, it looks really good. Unfortunately, there's reflections on any like framed paintings. So like my comic book Toa Mata on the island of Matanui like poster that I have of, I can't, because it would literally just be blind. It would be like the reflection would be bad of the light. It just wouldn't work. But thank you. Yeah, I'm trying to do great with that, Brother from Another Brick. I want to have you on the next Lego Masters recap. I don't know if you guys saw, but Lego Masters, the show on Fox, aired Tuesday late at night, but I did a live show Wednesday. I'm going to be doing another one next week. Go ahead and check that out if you want to. It was really fun. It's a great episode. And let's just say I feel like I already know who's going to win. Kumo Rocks said, or Bioscross says, Huki had some weird rocket launcher thing in place for Pahatu's hands. Oh yeah, in Bionicle Heroes, totally. That was a big thing. Kumo Rocks, Matanui Online, or Matanui Island Explorer Sim, anyone? There was like 2 versions, black and white version, the colored one. Interesting. I don't know if I totally remember that. I feel like I would if it was on like Biomedia Project, but I don't exactly know. CMOS, Axon was an antagonist for some reason of Bionicle Heroes. Yeah, that's one of the many problems. Bioscrawl, yeah, that didn't make sense for anyone. Brother, another brick, I'll be there. Cool. Proc AVAC, should I get the golden Ninjago sets or Ninjago sets first? Personally, I mean, if I was trying to buy even more Lego than I already am, which is a lot, I think the Monkey Kid sets are even cooler than Ninjago right now. Kumo Rocks, isn't that... Yeah, isn't that the show where they build it and smash it or blast it? Pretty stupid. Well, no, that's like 1 episode per season is like to see how it'll explode. The rest is like durability. They do bridge builds. They do like they had like a float theme for this one. They have like a Star Wars episode. They have so many episodes. I think it's pretty awesome. Luis Ramirez, unrelated, but what's your favorite video editor? I use Adobe products across the board. In college, they taught me Avid, but I was using Adobe even in high school when I was doing Legomation. Actually, when I started Legomation, I was using Pinnacle, which is like an interesting program for a while just because it like came with the camera that I bought. But I'd say, yeah, Adobe Premiere is pretty much all that I use. That and like DaVinci Resolve for like coloring and if I'm just doing like maybe, let's say, a music video. Bioscrawl and Bionicle Heroes, replace Axon with the Dark Hunter. Which one? Okay, sweet. So that's about all the messages we've gotten in so far. We'll go ahead and talk about more. But in the meantime, let's see here. Any games you guys want to talk about? Geo or Jaeger or BioTube TV?
Well, the first game that we have to talk about is the original Modern Online game by Temple Studios.
Yes. The original Matanui Online game.
However,
yeah.
I think everything good on that game has been already said.
Right.
So should we talk about the buggy mess that is MNOG 2?
So, I mean, we could. It's definitely buggy. I think while the world they built and the way you travel around is really cool still, like the art is nice. But just,
yeah.
You know, there's not a lot of story going on, and it's literally a lot of just collecting things, and then, yeah, there are bugs. Like, the game just stops for people at certain points, which was just interesting that they didn't just go the exact same route they did with the first one. You'd think they would have done that, but alas, they did not.
Either way, like, when it comes to MNOG 2, in this case, yeah, it was definitely a very buggy game. Like, even with the version that is available on Biomedia Project, there's still a lot of bugs, mainly visual ones.
Right.
The gameplay bugs. If you have a faster computer, specifically, if you have a faster computer, it's just going to be way worse. Because
right.
Some of the mini games is just, they're unfair. Those types of games were not designed to work on a Ryzen 5900X and a RTX 2080 Ti. You know?
Is that how it is? I don't know all the technical terms, so.
They weren't meant for current processors and graphics cards. They were meant for like an Intel Pentium 2.
Right.
Now that's an old fossil right there. Yes, I know what a Pentium processor 2 is.
Let's see. What are people saying in the live chat? MNOG. People are saying, yeah, MNOG 2 is just mini games. Yeah, basically, right? And like scavenger hunting, basically. Bionicle Heroes had the Nike.
It's like an MMO. It's like an MMO without the extra players.
Right, and that's just such a thing. Yeah, that's just such a thing with that I love about Matanui Online game is it's almost like it feels like a movie in a way, but like kind of choose your own adventure. Like you kind of, you know, it's up to you where you go, what you discover. Like that to me was like a big plus, you know, and then it kind of all went downhill with the sequel.
and for those who have actually had the magical ability to have actually finished MNOG 2, it ends very
Anticlimactically. Well, it technically ends right where Mask of Light, the film, like, starts, right? Like, technically?
Technically, yes. but not really. It's kind of its own thing.
Right.
I mean, you don't really see Gakoro in Mask of Light, like, at all.
Is that okay? Yeah, I guess. Question: is that like? Do you think it's by design though? The idea that, because like it's all about, in a way, you could argue, she's like the new chronicler. Holly's the new chronicler, and basically it's her kind of becoming good at like Coley, basically like becoming like one of the best, like the reigning champions or whatever.
Except during the time of MNOG 2, Takua was still technically the chronicler. So
Right.
if Holly was to be the second chronicler and have it be called the final chronicle, wouldn't it make sense if MNOG 2 took place like in between Madanui and Metro Nui? Because then that would make sense. It kind of help fill in the gaps a little bit.
Right.
But that was also like before Templar. That was like before the whole contract with Templar and Lego ended.
Right. That's
So
too bad.
Yeah. So that would have made a little bit more sense, and it would have filled in a little bit more of the gaps there. I know
Totally.
it's mainly just like, oh, we build these boats out of ruined parts of what's left of the island, and then we just go over to Metro Nui. Like, it could have been more entertaining than that.
I agree. BioTube TV, what would you say? Like if we were talking about MNOG versus MNOG 2, kind of your gripes or the things that you like, maybe.
Where are the cutscenes in MNOG 2? You know?
There's like I think about a minute and 15 seconds worth of a cutscene actually.
My
Yeah.
audio muted. Somebody's saying my audio is muted.
It shouldn't be.
Let me
I'm
check
hearing you.
Let me check my gain setting.
It's just low. It just sounds low. I'll turn you guys up a little more since my mic is like right
Okay.
close to me. That should help a
I
little
have
bit.
I have
I
my
turned you guys
microphone
up a lot
input-
more.
I have my microphone input set to 75, and my gain on my microphone itself is around 50%. Is that better?
It looks better to me. Yeah, it looks
Wait
good.
For the chat to, wait for the chat to confirm.
You know, some people say they like MNOG 2 the most just because of like the length of gameplay, but you know, that depends. I've always been like very much into cutscenes, like the cinematics like aspect, and you know, it didn't have that. Like if MNOG 1 was hard enough for like young kids, I remember this was just a thing to like play and figure out all the puzzles. MNOG 2 is just like you stop playing after just the first couple Gakoro missions because it's just so intense and so just
and
like
there's no quest log either, so
very meandering. Yeah.
so you need to know how to play games, and you need to have a very long attention span in order to actually play it correctly. Either that, or you have a walkthrough next on your like somewhere else on your monitor or on another monitor entirely.
Totally,
You know?
totally. Yeah, I agree. Let's see. Then I guess Gio, what other game did you ever play? Any other games? Did you ever have any like the Game Boy Advance games or like any of those?
Nope. I never owned any handheld gaming devices. No, I haven't even owned a Nintendo
No
system
way.
ever.
No
I have
way.
I have not owned a Nintendo system in my life.
Wow,
But
wow.
I didn't even own Bionicle Heroes, but I did play it every now and then because a friend at the time had it, and almost every time I was there, we would play a little Bionicle Heroes.
Jager, have you ever played any? Is Jager here?
I played I think I played all the Bionicle GBA games except for Heroes on GBA. I played Legend of Montanui, MNOG. I haven't played MNOG 2, but I've heard horror stories about the Coley matches.
Right.
Yeah, the Coley matches are buggy messes.
Super
Like,
buggy.
you have to win every single game too in order
Oh
to progress.
god, yeah, that sounds like a nightmare. I've played I said I've also played The Legend of Montanui and Heroes on 360.
Well, there you go.
Mm.
That's the thing. I almost like I'm tempted now to like technically I could just play it on a PC and find it online, but like buy the original game
Yeah.
and play it on my Wii or something.
Like when I was younger, the 2003 Bionicle the game came out on the original Xbox,
Right.
Oh, yeah,
I
for
originally
that.
had it for that console, and I was not good at games because I was what, 8,
Right.
something like that. I was still young and didn't know how to play games, right?
Yep.
So
We were
I
all
didn't
there.
make it. I didn't make it past the end of the first level because of a jumping puzzle. And now that
Ah,
I'm better
yes.
at games, and I'm almost like 20 years older than that now, it would be way easier for me because I actually know how to play games.
Right. Maybe you do it. There's an idea.
I'm pretty sure Biomedia Project has like a torrented copy of the game or something like that. I don't quote me on that, but torrenting and pirating games is wrong.
Mm. Oh, I did actually. Oh, I just remembered. I did play Bionicle the game. Do you mind if I share my opinions on it?
Yeah, go for it. That's why we're here.
Personally, I liked the game when I first played, but then after I played The Legend of Montanui, I realized why people complain so much because like the reasons why people don't like the game is because they didn't have the mask powers and several of the levels of the original planned version was cut due to time constraints most likely, and
Yeah,
several
that
other
was a big
things.
thing. It was like cut. It's like half the game almost like in a way like just like was left
Yeah.
basically on the like chopping block.
Oh, and I'm gonna put this on the record. Bionicle the game is actually technically the reason why The Legend of Montanui was canceled in the first place because Lego was going through some technical management shifts at the time, and when they canceled when The Legend of Montanui and Sapphire were doing very bad financially, Argonaut Games presented their project to land on every single console, and the new division umbrella that was newly chosen by
Wow,
Lego
interesting.
decided to cut the axe.
Sweet. So you know a lot actually then.
Yes.
I mean, that's a
And
lot.
and I would like to say the Tales of the Hunger game, the one you play as Takua, the first one, that was actually meant to be the side game, and Matoran Avengers was actually meant to be the side game to Bionicle the game, but Bionicle the game was horribly delayed to 2003, so that never happened. Well, I think.
Right. I mean, it's funny, like, I guess, so the next game we could get into is Bionicle the game, which is, like, kind of in a way the Borak Call story, but then also you fight the Rockshi and kind of Mask of Light. I don't know. It's hard to even say there's much of a story really going on there, but it
Bionicle the
was,
game, Bionicle the game for the original Xbox and the PS2.
yeah,
That game was mainly like summing up the first 3 years of the
Yeah,
story.
which
essentially.
it really just didn't, but...
And it's very abridged.
I was
So-
able to play it in like I think 3 hours or something. I've seen someone do like a speed run in like less than an hour. But when I was a kid, I would always get stuck at certain parts because just the controls on your keyboard were like really difficult.
And that's before
Um,
like
sorry.
WASD or something like that.
Yeah, or you could actually, I think you could make it WASD. It's just like I was too young to know that I could switch it
And
to
like
that.
when you were a kid, you were so used to using the arrow keys.
Arrow keys and
So
spacebar.
you would just remap everything to be just totally unplayable. It's like, what the heck is this? I'd use my mouse and my other hand. Like, come on.
Oh,
Whereas in the Motonui Online game, it's just point and click. You just use your mouse,
Right.
and that was pretty
Point and
easy.
click supremacy.
yeah.
I
So
mean, for a little kid, you know, it was just a lot easier.
100%. So, Jager, have you played all those games?
yes, I have actually. It's quite a yeah. It was surprising. Yeah, I'm betting a bunch of people here are surprised that a 16-year-old kid who has never experienced the original Bionicle storyline during its later years, what because I was simply too young, played basically all the Bionicle games. In fact, I have Bionicle the game somewhere. Here, let me go grab it.
Let's see.
Yes.
Let's see what people are writing in on the chat. There's a lot. Apparently, this is just like big conversation. People love writing this stuff in. Wow, there's so many people writing in. Oh crap. Okay, let's see.
Oh, I have the manual if you want
Okay.
me to read.
Yeah, let's do that in a moment. Let me read some of these people's messages real quick. We have, okay, Daily99 Windows Movie Maker for the win. You're joking, right? That's what I used, actually. That was the first I ever used, and it crashed my, like, parents' computer, I remember, back when I was doing LegomationStudio. DaVinci Resolve, yeah, it's awesome. That's what I use. Cliffstone Melbourne says, I did say if Bionicle Heroes have mods or fixed to make new graphics and textures. Space Skillet, what was that one game about the Toa Ignika in the Paraka? I loved it. The funny Paraka cutscenes in it. That was like the Voyanui game, basically.
Bionicle Heroes.
Well, no, there was one.
There were like 3 games just.
This was a web game.
2006 story.
It was technically kind of a Flash game, basically, but it's just like them following into like going down to find the Mask of Life.
It was just them going into the Chamber of Life.
Oh,
looking for the Mask of Life.
I know what game you're talking about.
But like all the Toa Nika, like, or the Toa Nika, whatever, they wake up in like these little tombs, and that's just like.
It's the one where
canon.
Huki was actually brown. It's the one where Huki was actually brown and not gunmetal gray.
Right.
I never got that, honestly.
Kumo Rock says MNOG 2 is just mini games.
It was on the Bionicle website.
Yeah, MNOG 2 is literally just mini games. Yeah, Bionicle Heroes had a Nike and Paraka. Kumo Rock's the original PC game. Could have been great if they cared, right? A shame the PC game got canceled. Yeah, on a fast PC, the new Rama attack is impossible and not fun. Luis Ramirez, dumpster dive an old Windows XP PC and play MNOG on it. Space Skillet says, anyone remember those tiny computer discs you could get on cereal boxes? Yeah, and the ones where you could watch animated shorts. You'd get them in some of their cans. I remember I got like Toa Nuva and Bora Call, and they came with like a disc with the character on it and really cool like CGI models of them. And like, yeah, those were awesome. But they would usually, if you wanted to like play any games, it would say it had games, but really what it had was a link, and you click it and it brings you to bionicle.com, and that's where all the games were. Kumo Rocks, yeah, you put in a mask code. Yeah. That was also a thing. Or like a Kanoka disc code to like find exclusive games and clips and all that. CMOS, Anua was the only Toa who used his hands to control his elements. He is an earthbender. We didn't see the chainsaws. No, that's true. Kumo Rocks, just okay, yeah, you guys I fixed it. I hated MNOG 2. I was stuck in a village. Yeah, it was super glitchy. Yeah. Paraka Avok, I'm not interested in Monkey Kid, only Ninjago sets. What were you gonna say, Gio?
I think like MNOG 2, it was like rushed, and then it came out unfinished.
So many rushed projects with Bionicle. Like, what is that? It's just like happened all the time.
I think Templar Studios bit off more than they could chew.
For those deadlines.
Cliffstone Melbourne says, did you see the character gameplay trailer in Bionicle Heroes Paraka and Nika that Follow 59 uploaded? I mentioned. No, I don't exactly know.
Why are there 5 people?
Oh, I don't know.
How can there be 5 people?
Oh, it was that was Guinness. He jumped
Guinness.
in, but he should come in a moment. Let's definitely have him in for a moment here. Let me finish reading.
I'll go then.
Yeah, let's bring him in if you want to let him know BioTube TV, and then he can jump in. All right, let's drag him in. Nice.
There we go.
Sweet. But yeah, what else are people talking about? They're talking about Chris Raptor Studio, good to see you here. 2019, 2021 Bionicle game felt very unfinished. Yeah, definitely. It's Monkey Time says, first time tuning in, just want to say thanks for keeping the community alive, guys. Of course, thanks for watching, man. It means a lot. PC Supremacy, PC Master Race. Hookie is brown in Heroes 2. Yeah. Tesla Effect. Anyone remember the Toa Metro CD games? Yeah, I definitely do. I remember there was one. I remember one game that was like Fight the Morbuzak, and it was like just disc launching. You played Vakama and you would like fight the Morbuzak. I wonder.
Because that's what happened in the comics.
Right.
When Vakama was saving Nuri from the Morbuzak vines, he would shoot like stasis discs at him.
Cliffstone Melbourne, I recently found Korean Bionicle commercials of Cheetos. Oh my god, Cliffstone Melbourne, send that to me. Put it in the Discord or something. Kumo Rocks, yeah, final movie till the graphics got better. The games were rushed, but I don't blame them. They had at least a year of development for them. The amount of crunch time, they would have been insane regardless. I agree.
The games being rushed is more of a financial decision and not a development decision.
Right.
I mean, look at Cyberpunk 2077. That game was unfinished, and it was the financial people's fault for releasing it in such an unfinished state.
I agree.
Well, for wanting it to be released like that.
Guinness, now that you're here, do you have anything to say on the topic? Any Bionicle games you played as a kid or that you remember that stand out?
Absolutely. I mean, like, you know, everybody played the classics, the two big ones being, you know, Bionicle Game and Bionicle Heroes. I remember actually playing, I think it was called Tales of the Tohunga, the GBA game, and just being like endlessly frustrated with it. I couldn't make heads or tails of it. I was never good at GBA games, but man, I remember that one like drove me crazy.
Yeah.
I remember where
I don't think a lot of people when we were that age is like, we're not good at playing games.
I grew up playing like Ocarina of Time and stuff, and it took me probably a year before I figured out to get that stupid letter to somebody. So I was like playing this game, and I'm like, I don't even understand how to jump. Like it had that isometric like sort of perspective, like, you know, where it's not quite top down, but it's also not quite side view. So it was really hard to tell like where your character was landing to make really specific like platforming jumps and shit.
Yeah.
And then I remember though, like, you know, we all know, I think now, that Bionicle, the game, was pretty substandard. I remember playing it back then and just probably being too distracted by the fact that it was a Bionicle game to notice that it was bad at all, because it was just like, the memories of it were, you know, only fun. And then I went back and played it as an adult. I was like, oh.
Yeah, this with the more critical mindset, it's like, yeah, this isn't good at all.
Right.
Yeah. The most frustrating thing I remember was that in Bionicle the game, they didn't have all 6 versions of both the Mata and the Nuva. It was like some of the Mata and some of the Nuva. And the OG Mata, Toa Mata, were always my favorites. So I was always mad. Like, you play as, I think, Tahu and Kopaka, and then boom, for the rest of the game, you're the Toa Nuva. And I was like, what the... Man,
yeah.
I like their old designs.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, Jager.
Well, that's what we have like fan games for.
Yeah, so pretty much like during like the E3 trailer, they were like real like there was gonna be a Liwa stage, or like all the Mata were meant to be playable, but and the Nuva as well. Like most of the Mata were like 4 out of the 6 Mata were cut out, and Kopaka Nuva was cut out, and the rest was just a buggy mess, and Liwa stage was actually the closest out, I think, all of them, and his was scrapped.
So, actually, I just remembered something really cool it's like on my list of to-dos. Okay, so there's this website called, I'm sure a lot of you guys already know about it, Biomedia Project.
Oh, yeah.
And
Yep, I literally just was talking about that before.
Were you talking about the remake that they did of the Legend of Matanui?
Yeah, we were going to get around to it. We kind of mentioned it, but yeah.
Because like that's one of those ones.
I have Masks of Power open here. I just need to launch it.
Okay. Well, like this one's different. This is the old. Remember, like the one they advertised in Lego magazine back in 2000, the one that never got finished.
Yeah.
Well, they remade it, right? Or like they finished the build.
That's
and I'm
true.
I've been sitting on it forever.
So there's like 3. There's like Masks of Power. There's the one that's Quest for of Matanu or something. And then there's that one that like they recreated the old PC game.
Right. Yeah. So there's Go ahead.
They didn't recreate it. They some guy managed to contact the developers, and he managed to get one of the few beta discs that were divided.
That's what he did basically.
Made.
He like got the beta disc and rebuilt basically.
Yeah, essentially.
I was always told that it was a hacker.
Right, I heard that too, though. I've heard that too.
It was like it got a beta version of that game, and then they got it working in like some of the more recent like PC stuff.
Right.
So it could actually run current hardware.
It's so many rumors. I don't know which one is exactly true, but totally. Let me read some more of these.
Either way, we have a running copy of it now.
Yeah, people are writing in a lot. It seems like this is a very, very popular subject. Who would have known that there's a big gaming community within Bionicle?
Who would know?
Taylor99 says, Stop the Morbizok may have been the first Bionicle game I ever played, actually. Yeah, it was 2004, yeah. Totally. And mine might be. It was a web game. It was really fun. Tesla Effect. Also, Zach, I'm glad you came back just in advance. Maybe do the live streams 3 to 4 hours earlier so that us European viewers can be live during reasonable hours. Hey, it's something that I would consider. Obviously, what I would probably do is maybe have 2 in one day, or just like have an off week. The problem is a lot of us are like working 3 to 4 hours prior to 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, you know, just like adult stuff, you know. But it's something I want to do so that way I can get like Tom Rule on and some other people. So it's something I'm open to in the future for sure. Kumo
The
Rocks.
thing is, Tom lives like on the other side of the world.
Oh yeah, quite literally. I'd have to like go live at like 9 or 10 a.m. You know. Kumo Rocks, the one where you fight the Borok was insane. Dark Souls, mad annoying. Maybe you could argue. Clipsel Melbourne. I don't share my Discord username much. At the end of the live stream, I'll put the Discord link in the description for you guys. Tesla Effect, Metro New City Skylines game where you build a city. Wish we had that. Oh, like a what if scenario? Yeah, I mean that would be insane. I think in general, like that, like a building.
You could do that. It seems like it would be fairly easy if you did a mod for say City Skylines and you just changed the aesthetics.
Right.
So you essentially just create.
It'd be a little
models.
work, but you could definitely do that. I could see that happening. Kumo Rock
Somebody
says,
make it happen.
Bionicle Sim City, anyone? Bionicle Dating Simulator?
Fucking hell.
Oh,
What
right.
in God's name had just happened?
Kumo Rocks, even the movie skips the Matau form. Chronicea Official says, greetings from Planet Staros. Seems I didn't miss much, correct? Yeah. Tesla Effect, it could work. Metro Nui City Builder game, managing Mator in specific districts along with transportation and security. One of the disasters would be the Great Cataclysm, right? That would be awesome.
Okay. So if you did that, what would the Makuta be as a gameplay mechanic? Would the Makuta be like your advisors, and then they could like go rogue or something? Like, because I like the idea there. That's an interesting idea.
It's an interesting idea for sure. It just seems like I scrolled past. Oh yeah. Kumo Rocks MNOG doesn't explain Takua's past. That's true. There's only so much they could put in it. Tesla Effect, there's no Bionicle fan who doesn't know about Biomedia Project. Well, to my surprise, there were. When I first started up again back in like February doing YouTube, there were a lot of people that still didn't know like where to access like MNOG or anything, and to much of my surprise, some people didn't know about Biomedia Project. So I'm glad we're getting the word out because they put so much work on that. Tesla Effect, RIP canceled Metro Nui game. Hackers are the real MVPs, saving canceled games from being lost. I agree. Hello, Kyler Nuva. How's it going, Kyler? Good to see you. Kumo Rocks. Man, the Sims games were garbage. It was a pain to keep those little guys happy. I'd play a Bionicle dating sim game.
And yet the Sims games are some of the most successful games, despite being trash.
My sister likes to kill them sometimes.
Tech Took Nexio Took? I don't know how to pronounce it, but says I love the DS version of Bionicle Heroes. The soundtrack is amazing. Yeah, I never played the DS version. Actually, I never played any DS versions of the Bionicle games, but some people are nostalgic for them for sure. Did you guys ever do any? I know you said, Gio, you didn't even have any Nintendo things, but did you guys, or I guess Guinness, did you ever play any DS or Game Boy Advance?
Like I said, I played the Tales of the Tohunga back on the Game Boy Color, I think it was.
Me too. A Game Boy Advance. Yeah, it was a tough game.
It. I think that's it though. So
I was nostalgic the other day and found a copy that you could like download onto just like your like internet browser, and it's fun.
Tales of the Tohunga was also a prequel to.
It was to set up MNOG, right? Yeah,
it was, which is actually
that's the
interesting.
reason why MNOG doesn't dive into much of Takua's past, because if you played that last game, you don't need that, right?
Okay. So forgive me, I'm not. I remember I've said before I enjoyed the series in isolation for many years, so I don't remember the exact timeline, but I didn't actually get a chance to play MNOG 1 when it came out. Did it not get? Wasn't it like when it was done, it was done? Because by the time I was like using Bionicle.com, because I had Bionicle for probably 2 or 3 years before I had a computer. By the time I had a computer, Bionicle.com had MNOG 2, and so I would see like glimpses of MNOG. So I played Tales of Tohunga, but I never got to play MNOG until like years later. So it was like this totally, completely different experience for me. Like I've seen all the clips, you know, you'd see that footage in a million different things,
Right.
like or Bionicle music videos or whatever. But I hadn't actually sat down and played it myself until like
Um,
many years.
Oh
can
yeah.
I say something on that because I know why. I think.
Sure.
So basically, MNOG, I think was like I think it was can I think they took it off the Lego.com. I think around 2002. I could be wrong there, but basically, fans were so outraged that it was taken off that they actually re-added it in 2006. As far as I'm aware, they updated like things like changed all the mention of Tahunga to Matoran and stuff like that. And they
Right.
made, I think they did fix a few bugs or something like that. But
They
yeah,
only fixed
just
they only changed the Tahunga to Matoran bit like around the
Oh.
2002 Maori lawsuit.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised. Yeah, the Legend of Mod Nui was also pretty much everything involving Bionicle was affected by that lawsuit.
Hmm. Okay, let's see. Chronisia says, I don't know what Biomedia Project is. Oh my god, dude. Yeah, check it out.
See, look, I didn't know about it
Wow.
until just like last October. So I think it's
Wow,
like
holy
there's a
crap.
bit of a there's this feeling I think for the people who've spent their entire lives on Biosector and BZ Power and stuff like. Not everybody got to do that. I didn't
Yeah.
get to do that.
Right.
So
the
there's
way
lots of
you
people
get
don't know.
to the way that you get to Biomedia Project is you type in biomediaproject.com/BMP.
If you've got a browser, yeah, if you've got a browser with like a search bar at the top, just type Biomedia Project, you'll find it.
Yeah, you'll find it.
It's not.
It's pretty easy to search for
it's-
now.
Yeah, it's
Dao Yang. Dao Yang says the legacy of Motoro Toa of Ice and the legacy of Motoro Toa of Ice 2, Fear of Killer King Metro Nui. This is going to be my best sequel Lego gaming's topic animated ever. That sounds like a funny idea for sure. I would have loved to play as Motoro, like in
Ooh.
the sequel, you know, in like in a Mari Nui setting. That would have been a really fun game, no doubt. It would have been cool. What kind of a sequel to Bionicle Heroes had they have done like Mari Nui would that have been? Like the amount of work it would be to just animate and create a gameplay underwater is probably so much more intense than just like an island
I mean,
setting.
let's be honest. Like, okay, I think we all have nostalgia for Bionicle Heroes, but it could have been. Wouldn't we all have loved the game a lot more if it had been made by people who actually knew what Bionicle was and cared?
This is
Because
true.
I mean,
Yeah.
like those cutscenes, there's no way they spent more than 4 hours. That's being super generous. Researching.
Yeah.
I could, I never really had nostalgic prowess of Bionicle Heroes, but I did play and I was confused as heck of like what's going on. Like, why is Axon? Actually, I didn't actually get past the first level because I didn't really care enough. But I did see some of the cutscenes. Why is Axon a villain? Why are the Borak on Boyanui? Why are all these villains on Boyanui? It should be just the Paraka and yeah. And yeah,
They
this is
looked
outrageous.
at Bionicle. They looked at Bionicle and they looked at their Lego games and they went, "How can we do this?" But like the exact same with minimal effort.
Yeah, pretty
And that's
much.
what we got. So
And
I mean, look,
I mean,
it's fun,
yeah, it's not
but-
canon. It's not a canon game, but it's fun.
yeah,
If you just want like an over-the-shoulder shoot 'em up type of game, like it's okay. It's all right. You'll get some enjoyment out
I
of it.
think there's a, and I think you guys will agree with me here. There's an incredible amount of weight and pressure on the team over making Quest for Mount Nui for this to be the
Right.
Bionicle game that all of us wanted as a kid. This is kind of like what I said about that the remake or whatever the fix up of the old beta version. Like I've still been sitting on that. Like they actually finished that game.
Yeah,
And I'm
yeah.
like, I've got it on my list of games to play, and it's like one day I'm gonna fucking play it, and I never thought I would ever like that. I was like, well, I'd heard the stories, that's never gonna happen, and now we might
Right.
get this new fan-made game, and it's like, oh, there's
We
a lot of pressure,
We also have Masks of Power Legacy,
which is
Yeah.
really cool. Yeah, it's like even if we're gonna end up having 3 now major games at least that let you explore the island of Mount Nui almost in its entirety, which is like.
and it's
Cool.
going to
Wow.
be
Yeah.
from like two. It's going to be from at least 2 different teams because Masks of Power Legacy is the last version of that game that is in this engine.
Yeah, that's not
And
even
then-
mentioning
and
there. Yeah.
that started with a couple people or something like that, just so they could get it running and have people do stuff with that, and then they're using a completely different engine to basically rework the entire game. And then this
So
time
we'll
they have a
have
team.
4. Yeah.
Yeah, that's
We'll end up having
awesome.
4.
Tesla Effect says, since Mortal Kombat did cross over with DC and Bionicle is a DC property with the comics, maybe bring Bionicle and Mortal Kombat games. Screw Smash Ultimate. Mortal Kombat Bionicle is where it's at. I would lose my mind. I would love
Absolutely,
that. Oh my god. Like a Smash Bros. Mortal Kombat style just with Bionicle characters. Someone could make that. I mean, that's not too intense.
You would
Fighting
need to
games-
not call it Bionicle to get away with it.
Yeah.
You don't sell it. It'd be like fan made, right?
Well, even if
There's
here's the
also
thing,
the
though.
Bionicle mod on Skyrim too.
Yeah.
Oh,
See,
yeah.
like mods and stuff, that's harder for a company to get because there's no like profit, and it's through this completely
Yeah,
separated, almost
it'd be like a
accepted
mod.
community. It's different than like, okay, I don't know how Lego isn't Nintendo, so they're not necessarily going to jump on any fan project, but they might. I mean, look, the way that they treat the Quest for Montanui seems to be a good indicator for their potential goodwill in these kinds of projects. Which means, yeah, probably somebody could do it. It's just there's always the possibility if you put the Bionicle name on it that one
Right.
day Lego decides, we're pulling the plug on this.
Kumo Rock says the Glatorian game, Glatorian Arena, was slow as balls for me via the walking. I remember that game. I really liked
Oh.
that game a lot, actually. I thought like
I
the
actually,
I think how well that game ran was due to your hardware.
it was on Unity, right? They built it on Unity, right?
Yeah.
Like in the early stages of Unity engine.
Yeah, I think they bit off a little bit too much.
Yeah, I remember it would run slow on my mom's PC, but on
Yeah.
my dad's PC it worked fine. So I would run over to play it on
How-
his.
How much? What was the year difference between the two computers? Do you know?
Probably 3 or 4 at least.
Was
Like-
your dad's PC newer?
Yeah, oh yeah. Like
Okay,
but-
that's why.
yeah, of course.
That only confirms my suspicions. Like, if a game is running slow, that probably means it's your hardware.
Oh, yeah.
It's not because the game was poorly coded. It's because your computer sucks and you need a new one.
Totally.
Well, it does depend on the game, but yeah.
I know.
I remember it being a good game, like the Glatorian game. It was like the arena setting was cool. The animation of the characters was great, and I remember there was 2, right? So there was like for the first half of 2009 and the second half, so you could play all characters. I just remember playing as Gresh a lot, often.
Yeah.
Actually, there were 3 Glatorian Arena games. I've played the third one. Basically, all it just is basically just it's just the game, but with every single character, and I think maybe a few changes. I've actually played it. It's really fun, in my opinion. I really like the strategy to it. The strategy to it, and also the board is huge. So yeah, you have plenty of room to
Right.
steal their shield. Essentially, they don't actually kill each other in the ring.
So you know what else would make a great fit for Bionicle is like a 40K style game.
That's
Like
what
a tabletop-
one of my roommates brought up.
Yeah, like a
He's
battle
obsessed with
scenario.
40K.
That would be great. Yeah. I'm picturing like I don't know if you guys. I never actually played 40K myself, but I remember there was a Games Workshop in my town I was growing up, and you'd see like the
Yeah,
little
Games
tables.
Workshops were great. Oh, I loved Games
Yeah.
Workshops.
Now imagine that, but it's Bionicle, right? So
Mm-hmm.
you get like these tables in it, and there's like a coliseum and shit, and you got to move your whatever around whatever faction it is. Like maybe your plan is like the what's called Vizirac Horde or something. moving
Right.
Around the city of Metro. That would be awesome.
Yeah, that would actually be pretty cool.
Like
I have
almost.
Mask of the Power Legacy on my other monitor here. It's ready to go if we wanted to show like a little snippet of the gameplay.
I'm down. I'm down. When you pull up
Yeah,
gameplay
sure.
though, you'll be sharing your screen, so we might have to have like
Yeah.
Jaeger or someone pop out really quickly, just because. Isn't
Yeah.
that- like let's pull
yeah,
it up
I'll
and
pop out right now.
yeah, let's pull it
Yeah.
up and see what happens, and then you can pop
All right,
out.
see ya.
No problem.
I'll have it low. It'll be 1080p, 30 FPS. That
That's
works.
no problem. That works. Cool. All right. Awesome. And it should.
So let's
Oh!
go back to the startup screen here.
So gold, I think that means you've completed
go.
the ones that are
Cool.
gold.
Oh, this
right?
looks
You
great.
got all the masks.
It looks great on the
And
stream
it has
too.
like its own music and everything. It's cool. So like I've gotten pretty far in this initial save file, so I'm basically almost done with this game. I just have like Liwa's stuff to do, and then I just need to get Tahu's golden mask. But I'm not gonna do that until I record for my channel. So
No worries.
I've been playing this game on my
Yeah,
channel.
if you guys don't know, he's been
and-
playing it. Definitely check it out.
and I'm still working on the second episode. I still have the first episode up and ready, but like when you start off, it's just like you get all 6 masks, and they're all like their default colors, like black, green, brown, red, white, blue, right?
Right.
So I can go into my last save file. I've saved a lot, and there's an autosave function here, which is awesome that it's an autosave function, because a lot of games that I play, like AAA titles, have that, which is just a
Right.
much easier. It just makes things easier, you know.
Man, I'm from the school Fallout saving. If you forget to save, you're screwed.
Dude, it looks sweet. I need to get this. See, where did you find it? You can just find it on the website and download it for free.
They
It's a
got
free
they got
game.
links in their. I'll send you a link to their servers.
Yeah, put it in the Discord. I'd be down to check it out. It looks like it.
So
Sort of.
so I'm in Pokoro right now, and like there's 2 ways that you can get these masks, like getting all the masks for your Toa.
Right.
You can A, find them on the island, because every single mask is on the island, or you can buy them at Pokoro, which is very time consuming. Each way is very time consuming.
Right.
And each of the Matoran, I mean, look at them. They're so cute.
Kyler Nuva, any idea if Quest for Motunui is coming out this year? Yeah, I don't know. It's going to be they're just consistently working on it. I think they said it was, but that, it's hard to have an actual release date and make it when you're just fan-made game.
And the fact that there's like...
Cornesia says, I would love to see if CTF captured the flag style game with 2008 sets with the vehicles and Cardanui, something like that. I mean, that would be cool. Like, they find the pieces at the Code Rex. Yeah, I mean, that sounds like it would be a really cool idea, actually. Dao Yang, I like my main character is Konohi Mask Matoro Toe of Ice. That is, Matoro is my favorite. He's a lot of people's favorites, definitely. Buy the mask, says Kumo Rock. Sounds cheap. Ruins the adventure.
The golden masks thing is entirely cosmetic, and I don't remember where I got this gold Toa thing. So you can basically make your entire character.
Whoa! Look at that! Oh my god. He's straight up
And
gold.
It works for every
I
Toa
like
that has...
gold! I like gold.
Well, I don't have the golden mask for Liwa yet, but...
Where's
I
your
have-
axe, laddie? You've got no axe. No sword.
I don't know if the lights here are
Right.
coded to make them look like this, or if they're like through RTX
Right.
software. But I mean, either way, it looks fantastic, and I'm not
Let-
getting
let-
any frame droppage like at all.
Let me see that arm bend. I want to see how that arm's bend in there. Okay.
It's pretty it's pretty smooth.
You can see like
You can see where the texture breaks. Yeah, they just remove.
I
that
will
piston
say the
entirely.
Bionicle figures, like in general, but especially like 2001, do make it in a way somewhat simple to like put in like a video game. Like it's not
They
too
do.
crazy. You can pull those models.
Yeah, I've rigged these myself. They're fairly simple to do. I think they've done in Trials of the Great Spirit, like the newer version of this engine, where the limbs actually function more. Like you can see how like dangly, how
Yeah.
dangly.
Look at that though. That's like MNOG right there. It's just like the way Pokoro's entrance is set up in the game. That's pretty
so
great.
cool.
and I
That's
can
awesome.
use the Kakama by pressing. I
Oh,
believe
Kakama's
it's
the
B.
only way to go. When
That's
I was playing
key
the,
for the
the old
mask power.
versions, I literally would just
And
all I would do.
I
in the
have my
game is
hands
run
off the
around.
keyboard. It is moving forward by itself.
Yeah, it just goes. It just freaking goes. Just goes and goes.
Oh no. What are you gonna do? It's like fan-made games. There's bound to be bugs, you know. It's like I don't hold it against them.
But I mean, it's not.
The
That's by
fact-
design.
Yeah, the
Like,
fact
the-
that they've
the
gotten a
Kakama
version out
cannot
that's
work.
finished.
The
Yeah.
Kakama cannot work
Whoa! What,
unless
what
it's
the
moving.
hell-
Whoa!
What the hell were those things on the freaking coast there? I never seen those.
Those are cacti.
Oh, okay.
There's
thought
cacti
it
and Bionicle.
Glowing cacti.
Whoa!
And if you,
Those
if you
look
touch
like
it,
Thornax.
it damages you.
Oh my god.
know.
No.
If you touch it, it damages you.
Tesla Effect Motunui Saga is easy to do in a video game format, easy to make a natural island to emulate a metropolis like, no, it's harder probably to do a metropolis like Metro Nui. I mean,
Oh, it is
Yeah.
much harder.
a game where you
yeah.
could walk around Metro Nui would be epic. Literally, like, we're talking Grand Theft Auto Red Dead Redemption style. That would be sweet.
If you want, Zach Lovis said he can join us in about 20 minutes.
That's cool, yeah, definitely. I
mean,
finally
like,
sent him
this
my
whole-
lines.
Did you?
Yeah.
Good man. He was ready to kill you.
My roommates were like, "What are you doing in your closet?"
Oh,
But-
and here's the quarry.
Woo!
Here's the quarry from Manog.
Oh wow.
Wow. I mean, that's pretty
Awesome.
sweet.
Wait. Does it have the cave and everything?
It does not.
Aw.
Probably
Oh,
not.
damn.
That would have been cool if you could just like put a stone key that would be like.
And there was a freaking Nui Jaga in there. That'd be awesome.
Oh,
bunch
sweet.
of
Bionicle
infected
Masks
Holy
of
Balls.
Power. Awesome. I should play this at some point. Thanks for sending
Bionicle
me
Masks of Power Legacy. It's a free download, and the better your computer is, the better this game will run. So
Right.
Yeah, if you got a modern PC, you're fine. This thing will run just fine.
So my PC specs are rather modern. Like it's a Ryzen 730 700X and an RTX 2060 Super. So my computer setup is pretty good for now, for like the next 5 years.
Apparently,
That's what I'm hoping, Gio, but we'll see about that.
Skyrim has
Yeah.
a mod. Skyrim has a Bionicle mod.
Yes, it's actually
Yeah.
there's a really good mod. It uses a bunch of models, like custom pieces too, to like
Right.
make articulated Montatella and shit.
Julia D says opinion on Bionicle Heroes. Yeah, we talked about it a bit. Basically, it was made by people who didn't know Bionicle really, and were just given, characters and a very general story. Wow, that's a great little fight scene right there. Oh my god, that's pretty great. I like the way they did the model of Waka and Kenara. Wow. I mean, that's pretty nice. This is like what Quest of Motunui is trying to do, but even nuttier.
Quest for Motunui doesn't have a playable game yet. That's the problem.
Yeah,
Like-
it's not. There's no version out yet.
Quest of Motunui is getting a whole lot of love, but and there are people even saying like, "Oh, Quest for Motunui is better." It doesn't even have a full playable game yet.
Yeah, we
Massive
don't
Power
know.
Legacy-
It just looks pretty.
Massive Power Legacy is basically a full running game, right?
Hmm.
Like you can do basically everything on this. You can play all of 2001 Story on here.
Right.
All right, Lovis might jump into waiting room in a bit.
Yeah, tell him to jump in the waiting room, and then we can put him in this fourth window here. Whoa.
Do we have room now? Do we have room now for him with the game still?
Not
at
with the
same
game going.
Are people bored of the game? Because if so, I can stop.
Whenever Lovis is ready, we can do that, but I don't mind watching. It looks pretty epic. Although it's like you're basically flying at certain moments.
It's because of the textures. Like you can tell. Like,
Right.
here's my deck right here.
Oh, whoa. That was a Matoran.
You can converse with the Matoran, and you can even go into the Usul or the Usul pens in here.
Oh, yeah, look at that.
You can't interact with them, unfortunately,
No.
but you can interact with like a bunch of stuff over
I like how
here.
you have to crouch down to be like Matoran size and fit through the door.
You have to do that for like most Toa, actually. I think it's every one of them except Onua have to crouch down.
Right.
I'll see if I can find like one of the Keenies that are around here somewhere.
I'm sure it's like probably difficult to find. You have no way of leaving like a mark or anything, right? Like you have no way to have a checkpoint really. There's no.
There's a map I think in this new version, isn't there?
Yeah,
Whoa,
there's
a-
Nui Jaga.
If you look at the top left-hand corner of the screen, I'm pretty overpowered for all this stuff. Yeah,
Yeah.
Oh, you're level
Oh, look
40,
at that.
I see.
There's a Kini. Wow, wow.
So if I look at the map here,
Oh,
I've been all over
sweet.
the island.
That's pretty good. Look at that. That's a pretty good layout for the island.
And
Oh my god.
And all these are meditation points. They are save points,
There we go. Okay.
and they are also they heal you.
That's pretty sweet. Look at that.
And there are little boats around each wahi that are fast travel points from one wahi to the next.
Wow. I mean, in concept, this is pretty good. Like, it looks cool.
So, well, presumably this will be what they'll do for the larger scale version they're working on. But the question
Yep.
is, I wonder if, because I don't know if I was them, I would be at least a little discouraged by the Quest for Montanui. Because if Quest for Montanui
Yeah.
comes out and steals all that thunder,
It's like,
I
I
don't
wish
know.
they could work together as a team on just one game instead of like these 2 or 3 different ones.
it would be nice if there was, yeah. But I
Like-
mean, at this point, asking them to sort of one of them to dump their code or whatever,
Yeah.
it would be.
But it's like, yeah, that's a one solid version of this, like a mix of both would be perfect. But yeah, that's
Well,
really hard.
what I'm wondering is if Quest for Montanui ends up being this definitive version, I think a lot of people are expecting it to be. Then I I hope that people don't forget about the incredible amount of effort that clearly went into this and into Trials of the Great Spirit from Team Kanohi, because there's just so much so much dedication. I mean, look at this.
Yeah.
I'm gonna see if I can get into the mountain into the Mangai volcano.
All right, after that, you want to put Lovis in here?
Yeah, we'll put
Yeah.
him in and talk a little more.
It's not gonna take long with the Kakama, but
Yeah.
it's
Oh,
one of the
no.
other things
No,
that I
it
have.
won't.
I feel like you just want to always
One of the
have the
other things-
Kakama on to just get around.
One of the, like this is a big
My-
mechanic here. There's these pools of liquid protodermis everywhere. It has a 30-second cooldown, so it has like a finite amount, and there's a 30-second cooldown for each.
Oh,
pool.
wow.
I don't think I hit this meditation.
Playing the
so-
last version, whatever version it was before this, I kept running into the problem of running out of protodermis. So I was just running across the map with a Kakama, and then I couldn't find another freaking vat or pool.
Yeah, they fixed that. They're everywhere now.
I've noticed, yeah. What is this?
This is like a little oasis.
A little garden. Nice.
And what
Cool.
looks like a Bow-Matoran is in here.
Seriously?
Yeah. I mean, look at him. He looks like a Bow-Matoran. He's blue
Is
and
that what
green.
He does look like that. But I think the game's probably insinuating he's either a Lee Matoran or a Ga Matoran, right?
It would most likely be a Lematoran because
Right.
Lematoran actually have blue.
I mean, this looks fun.
Plant.
I think it's like just pretty great, pretty well detailed.
They even call him Plant Man. I mean, look.
Oh, this is the dude that fucking Faroth was saying was me. Dude, what's up?
Oh,
My name's
yeah,
Plant
what's
Man,
up,
man.
Plant Man? I got plants, I got herbs.
Got
Be
the
around,
best
Plant
plants
Man.
on Matanui, man. You want sativa, man? I got sativa.
You want some
Matanui's
you want some
best.
solid protodermis, or you want it in liquid form? I've got the best.
Oh man, I got
protodermis.
liquid. I got energized protodermis. I got liquid protodermis. I got hard protodermis. You don't even know.
Hey, that's a nice detail. This is pretty great. Also, yeah, always use that
There-
Kakama. You
there's a
gotta-
bunch of little details like this that are all over the place. Like there's like a village that's around here somewhere.
Right.
Like that's not in like one of the Koros and stuff. There's like a giant ice Terrakava that you can fight at some point.
Tesla Effect says it seems like Quest for Montanui is more linear, where this is open world. Yeah.
I mean, this is an abandoned area.
Yeah, wow, look at that. Someone's blasting the Discord right now. I don't know what it is. Consume the liquid protodermis, Filescrowl says.
Somebody
Seamhaus,
is
protodermis and
nuke.
Bionicle is like Energon and Transformers, literally.
Oh, here's Kini Nui.
Oh, sweet! Look at that. That's awesome. Wow, wow. Wow. Oh, wow, Kini Nui. I mean, that's pretty great. A lot more trees than I remember it being in Kini Nui, though.
I mean, this is a fan project, and there's a few creative licenses that have been taken into
Yeah, it's
account.
pretty great, though. Wow, wow.
There's the volcano.
Oh, yeah, let's get to the
I
volcano.
take it this is the way into the drift.
Right. You're just running right up. Oh, my God. Oh, no, it won't let you up.
There's like a
come
specific
on.
polygons, and if I can't
It's
make
like
it up,
it's
there's
just
another
like
way.
Skyrim. It's like Skyrim. You gotta.
Go where those Nui Jaga came from, probably up that way. Yeah, you're pretty OP.
I can 2 to 3 hit any Nui Jaga.
Wow. I've got to get
And
this
that's
game
with
now.
every single Toa too.
So you can't get to the volcano then, it looks like.
Not on that angle, but you can get up there. I've been up there before.
Whoa.
Uh-oh.
The lighting just changed.
Yeah, I'm in Tawahi right now.
Oh, wow. Yeah, I just switched
So you
over.
know how like 2 seconds ago I was like right over here? Now I'm
Right.
over here.
Yeah. It's still pretty massive for
Tawahi and then
fan-made.
Tawahi, just like right across the street.
Yeah.
And in this game you do take fall damage. But it's a flat amount instead of multiplicative.
Right.
Oh, there's another meditation point that I've been to already. So there's like weird little things that kind of make you go around a little bit that encourage you to want to explore the whole island a bit more. I'm trying to get up to the point where I can actually get into the volcano.
Seems like they've strengthened it up. I remember having not too much issue going up to the volcano.
Yeah, but it's probably because of the angle that I'm going at. So I need to go into the charred forest or something. The charred forest is way better, in my opinion, than it was. Like MNOG still had better atmosphere. Like there's the great telescope over here.
Right. Oh, sweet. I've seen this part because I know this is where you spawn at the beginning of the game.
And you can even use the telescope as well. It's not that it's not like that interactive.
Whoa.
It's still interactive to a point.
You're right on around the volcano here. Whoa. Oh, wow, that's a lot of lava. Watch out. Let's
I
see.
need to worry about that.
Is Lois in the waiting room? Let's check it out.
Yes, he's in there.
I'm trying to get to the volcano, but the game just doesn't want to let me get.
No
up
worries
there.
if you can't. Oh. You're just blasting around everything. There's the forest. Sweet. Oh, you're inside. Oh my god, it's a giant Bionicle piece. What is
It's
that?
a giant Tahu. It's a giant Tahu statue.
A giant Tau statue that fell?
Yeah.
Whoa. That's pretty sweet.
So
Oh,
this
here
is
you
kind
go.
of spoiling the game a little bit. So this is going towards Takoro.
Right. I mean, it's fine. It's nothing major.
Oh, there's some terracotta.
They just fell.
In the
I
lava
just
you
fell.
go.
Oh.
Oops. Okay, so I need to go this way because there's a ladder here.
You need to get your goddamn surfboard, is what you
Yeah,
need
if
to
you
do.
guys are watching this and enjoying the gameplay, Gio's gonna
Check it
do
out.
just check it out for sure. But I know Gio's been doing some live streams of it.
And I've been trying to get more entertaining at this. I've been trying to get better at this to make this a bit more entertaining. Right here, for some reason, my frames tend to dip.
Right.
You've dropped down to like 240.
Oh, sweet! You're taking the gondola up.
You can get up here just by running up here if you're coming up from Liwahi, but you can
That was
use this
Janky camera angle on
this zip line to get up here.
My goodness, they really
Oh,
have added a
wow.
lot.
Yeah, they've really added a lot. Oh my god.
They added a lot of stuff.
Yeah, because I played the last version and it was pretty bare bones compared to this. There's a mask.
It's a
Oh,
statuette.
Oh,
and a
no,
heat
it's
stone.
no.
sweet.
Look, there's footprints. Can you see that?
Yeah. Oh, are you attempting to get to the volcano again one more time? Oh, there it is.
Volcano.
And your computer's lagging. Oh, jeez. Too much to process.
Well, it could be that the area is just making everything lag.
Yeah, it's the area itself. Let's let Lovis in then. Cool. So for the last little bit of the live stream. Let's see.
All right.
So do I quick stop watching and then let's drag Lovis in. Is it that easy? Hey yo, what's going on, Lovis?
Hey.
You got my lines. You got my
Yep.
recording.
Oh.
It's a good thing too because I had to tell Lovis to like cancel that assassination attempt. I mean, he was really
Called it off. You had to call it off.
I had,
Yeah,
to,
I mean-
had to.
that guy was not happy. I tell you, all the way from Atlantic City.
So Lovis, what do you have to say about any just Bionicle games aside
Okay.
from obviously the main ones? You know.
Okay, so I actually have a few comments. In Bionicle Heroes for the Xbox 360, it was a glitchy mess. I will never
Yes.
forget. I hit a game-breaking glitch in it, and so I was Kungu, and you went on one of the islands. I think Kungu can only jump on like islands to islands.
A
I
little
forget how.
platform. Yeah, it's like a platform you have to jump to.
Yeah, I got killed as Kungu, and there's no mask on this little island
Oh
that's
no.
like
Oh no.
6
Oh,
feet
no.
wide,
no.
and so you had to turn off the game.
Oh,
The Bionicle Heroes for the DS game was actually really good for its
no.
time.
That's what people
Played
say.
it. Yeah, I should
Like-
play it.
It's decent. I'm not gonna say it's amazing and it follows the story, but it's actually quite fun for a DS game. It is pretty
Well,
good.
I mean, I'm not advocating anything, but if you happen to sail the high seas, Citra works great these days to emulate it. Just saying.
Yes.
But yeah, so you had the DS version. Did you have any other like Game Boy Advance DS like?
So I
Bionicle
actually
games?
never played Tales of the Tuhunga. I always saw ads for it, and I had friends who played Tales of the Tuhunga. I borrowed it one time, and I loved it because I knew it took place before MNOG,
Right.
and I thought Tales of the Tuhunga was a really fun game. For Bionicle the game when that came out, I remember I got that for PlayStation 2 during that time, and I remember beating that very quick. I think the hardest level out of the Bionicle the game was actually Tahu's level. The second,
first?
Tahu
Yeah.
Nuba.
Or
Tahu Nuba
talk-
level, yeah.
Yeah, Tahu Nuba.
Racing against the White Rockshi.
Yeah, that shit was annoying.
Also, the final boss battle with Makuta was pretty tough. Just like jumping from rock to rock and like not knowing which ones are gonna fall, and then like it was just.
I
a
seem to
tough-
recall, wasn't the like the Pohatu section? Maybe it was the Onua section where it was just like a minecart ride. I remember that. being-
That was
Pohatu.
Pohatu.
Yeah, Pohatu
Yeah.
Nuba. That one was weird. Oh my god. When I did a live stream of that like 2 months ago, it was challenging. I think I in total played about 3.5 hours. Finally beat it, but it was like, whew.
It certainly didn't feel like that as a kid.
Yeah.
Aslan A, yo, Paraka.
There was I know one of my friends He got me into it because I played it later. Did any of you guys play the Voyanui online game?
Yeah,
I have.
yeah.
How many of us in this room have actually finished it?
No.
Yes.
Which one
I
is the
wanna see this.
Voyanui? Which one is the Voyanui online game? Is that the one with the 3D animation?
It was like
No.
almost a battle game. It was kind of like a mix between MNOG, but it was from a isometric perspective, kind of like Tales from Tuhanga. And it was like, I think you
Was it
went
with the
around
little
and-
shooters? Like you had the
Yeah,
Xamasphere
you had your
launchers?
Xamasphere launcher. I think it was kind of an RPG. I'm trying to remember. It was so freaking long ago.
Let me go to the Biomedia project.
Yeah, pull it up.
It was a lot of fun. I beat it, and I beat it like 5 years ago. However, but
Yeah. The same thing with me too. I actually beat it as well.
I don't think I ever beat that one.
Maybe
don't
I did.
remember
I
playing that.
feel like I remember. It's from left to right pretty much the whole time, right? And you're taking out little
yeah.
posts.
It's set up like camera-wise. It's set up like a MOBA. It's top down.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. It's a grindy game, isn't it, Gio?
It's a little bit grindy. Yeah. You need to know exactly what does what. The best armor. Like a lot of the bosses, especially the Paraka, they're tough, man. They're
Yeah,
tough to kill. They're very unforgiving.
Oh, I
Unlike the
remember
heroes.
this. I think I stopped playing after like 25 minutes.
Yeah, probably same. That wasn't
Yeah.
my type of game.
It's super
I
long,
finished-
apparently.
I finished it. Like I finished it back in like September of 2012 or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
So it was about 10 years ago.
Metro Nui online game? There was also a Metro Nui online game?
Yes, with all
That
the
was- that
six
was
Toa
3D.
Metro.
That was 3D, wasn't it?
It's
Is that
kind of
No.
you just walk around, no?
It was a flash game, basically. It was like a choose your own adventure kind of game.
I
The
don't
Stop
remember this.
Morbizak or
I don't know
It came with the CD promos.
Oh no, that wasn't Metro Nui online game. That was like each Toa had their own little.
Yeah.
It was like an point and click. It was kind of like
point and click. I remember when
Yeah,
Nua
point
had
and
like
click adventure.
when Nua was
Those
like
are
you could go
awesome.
through the archives and there was like broken cages that Rahi had escaped from and everything.
Mm-hmm.
I remember like the only thing because I love those because that's where you got those little animations of the Toa Metro from 2004.
Mm-hmm.
And like I would play those over and over again just to watch those animations because back then I didn't everything wasn't on YouTube yet and it wasn't easy to find anything. So I would play those just because I think actually I don't know, I've heard they were only distributed in some countries. I'm from Canada. I know we had them. I had the mini disc on the actual mini disc.
They were not distributed in America, but they were
Aw.
distributed online in America.
Okay. So you guys got to play
So-
on the computer, okay.
Mhm.
Or on the website.
So we had to use the Kanoka Club, and we bought the sets, and you put the code in,
Uh-huh.
and you got the game basically.
Okay. I'm pretty
So-
sure. I feel like I remember doing something like that too, but I also remember having the mini disc. So I don't.
Yeah, the mini discs.
The mini disc I do know they came with the disc in Europe for sure, and then there's another weird trivia fact: a Kanoka disc with Vakama came in Comic-Con and it said Comic-Con on it
Oh wow.
Oh.
as
Oh,
well.
Oh, did they ever make? Because you know how Vakama comes with the Kanoka disc that has his face on it. They mention, I feel like, in the stories that there are discs like that for the other
Yes.
5.
Yes,
but
there
we never
is.
see them. We
There's
never see
actually
those.
12, technically.
Wait, what? Oh, because there's the other
Yes.
6. There's for the other 6
Mhm.
in Torin. Right.
Mm-hmm.
Man, why couldn't we get those? You know, they were still all about
So-
like doing the whatever.
I think if I would have changed things, I would have had the Metro Nui Matoran that came out come with the Great Disc,
Yeah, absolutely.
and then have them a spare disc.
Well, each Toa should have come with their disc too. I feel
I
like.
agree. They were always advertised with a disc, but I think that was a thing that was later down the line.
I wonder if the reasoning was okay. If a comma comes with a disc launcher, the other 5 don't. They're gonna
Right.
get this thing and be like, "What do I do with this thing?"
Right.
They could have just got the launcher with it, but
They could have, yeah.
Yeah.
And that's another piece, and Lego is Lego.
mm-hmm.
Every piece counts.
really enjoyed Bionicle Heroes for the collectathon and like 100% completing it. It was always fun.
I don't think I've ever 100% completed it. I got most of the Paraka playgrounds,
Mhm.
and I think I beat the game, but I don't think I 100% did. I don't remember. That's like because you have to get all the silver canisters, all the gold canisters. I
Yeah.
don't know.
Mhm.
It wasn't. It didn't have enough longevity as like a Banjo Tooie for me, where like
Mhm.
I'd go through that effort, but it's fun.
Yeah.
All right.
Mhm.
I might have to call it in a bit here, guys. Do we have anything we want to say? We've been going for an hour 20, so I have a couple of things I need to finish up tonight. But
Actually, really quick, I just wanted to announce if you guys are interested
yeah,
in
let's do it.
studio. There is a new episode of the Bionicle Studio coming out tomorrow about multicolored masks. If you want to learn how to make a multicolored studio mask, tune into that on my channel.
On your
And
channel?
also,
Oh, sweet. Awesome.
yeah, and check
Tune in
out
for the
Geo's.
second episode.
Yeah, for
Tune in,
Geo stuff.
tune in for the second episode of Mask of Power Legacy. I'm still working on it, unfortunately, but I'm trying to get it to be as entertaining as possible while still holding my my rather laid-back personality.
Right. Sweet. Well, awesome. Lovis, you got anything interesting going on, Mr. Animator?
I'm always animating. It never stops. It never stops. Keep an eye out, guys, for the Ignition, Bionicle Ignition for Battle for Power. We're gonna have probably some stuff coming out down the line later this year. Don't have any big things to announce, but we do have a new animator on the team, which is gonna be really awesome.
Oh, that's helpful. That's sweet.
Yeah.
Mhm. All right.
Whole process. You got a team of 4 animators at the very least.
That's
Oh,
good.
Yes.
We can't reveal too much to you guys, but trust us, there's a lot going on.
All right. Well,
Yeah.
awesome. I mean, this was a great discussion. Very nostalgic about games. We got to see a little gameplay. Yeah, I feel like when it comes to this, it's like these conversations can go on forever. So we'll do another one just talking about games. I'd like to pull some more up
Sure.
even and just like go into a lot. I know everyone has opinions on this sort of stuff. So yeah, it was definitely interesting. But cool. All right, guys. Well, thanks for watching. Yeah, check out Geo, check out Guinness, check out Lovis's YouTube channels. They're working on a whole bunch of stuff, so definitely keep an eye out for that. Also, next week I'll be doing another Lego Masters Live After Show. I just got the Lego Daily Bugle Spider-Man set, Marvel set, so I'm trying to build that and like do a little review and everything too. So that'll be exciting. Look for that over the next couple of days. But other than that, guys, thanks for watching. As always, it's great to have everyone here. Anyone new that just subscribed, thank you. I saw a couple new people in the chat. So awesome! Thanks for watching, guys.